Alright guys, and welcome back to another DC Dark Legion video, and in today's video we're going to talk about the best place for you guys to get the currency that you need to keep on doing pulls in the bleed. I hope you guys enjoy. Make sure to hit the thumbs up and subscribe because 80% of viewers are missing out by not being subscribed, so make sure that is you, or not you, excuse me. Alright, so we're going to claim these here, and so the first thing I want to tell you is that when it comes to these, the most important thing you need to know and do is make sure you are available on the weekend. Why? Because during the weekend we have the awesome event for Interstellar Visitor. So Interstellar Visitor allows for you to use these source gems and turn them into what are these called? Anvils. I always forget. I was going to call them like diamonds or whatever, but it allows you to turn them into the anvils. And there's a couple other things in here that I would consider. Like, I don't think that, you know, Travelers Greeting Bundles for the drones is bad or anything like that. I think there's some good stuff in here, but what you really want to do is you want to grab this because 500 for 10 is a great value in my opinion. You also want to grab the 30 for 2,500. This is probably going to be the best value you're going to find, and what we just got was 40 pulls in the bleed for not very much. I think that's extremely worth it. Aside from that, that is, again, the most important thing is make sure that you're available on the weekend, because that is available at that time, and it'll be back. So make sure that you are saving enough of the source gems to get that done. But aside from that, what you're gonna get those is over here in the store, and the store has deals on these where you're I mean, sometimes you'll see I think 5, but most of the time for free players I would only really recommend grabbing the 1 because the value on that is solid. It's like 60 or 80 source gems. If you spend or whatever, have a few more of these source gems to use, okay, then you could grab one of these, but you know, it's just a little bit more expensive when you buy them in a quote-unquote bulk like that. But that's mostly where you're going to get them. Otherwise, they reset this, I believe, 3 times a day in 8-hour intervals. Correct me if I'm mistaken, of course. I think that's what they do. So keep that in mind. You can also find them every now and again in some of these other locations if you wanted to grab them, but it's typically not a great exchange rate. We have them here in the world line. I mean, I haven't played enough to know how, like, or not even, this isn't for what I thought it was. So this is something you're not really going to be doing because you don't have, unless you spend a lot, you're not going to be able to convert these. Like, that's largely irrelevant. You're also going to be able to sometimes get them from here. We see right here, there's 4 available as the completion reward. I'll get that like actually like right now if I want it, because I've got the stuff done. So let's just push to level 8 and grab those. Thank you. All right. So we're able to get those now for the bat signal rewards. We'll claim all, and boom, there goes 4 more of those along with a few other things. You also can get them from the missions that you complete consistently while playing. So as you're doing pulls in the bleed, they'll spawn more more missions. So do 70 draws. Oh, okay, cool. There's another one. It's not a lot, but you can get them there, of course. And as you go through the game, you're going to find them in a bunch of different locations. But since the game has 2 currencies, mainly what you're also looking for is the source gems, and the source gems are much more plentiful throughout the game. You're going to find those nearly everywhere, and they're extremely easy to get. You're going to, like, just for playing the game, you're going to get handsomely rewarded with a lot of source gems. It's not very hard to get them. And then you also can get them throughout pulls in the mother box. So that's an extension of this. Like, when you open up these mythic champion mother boxes, you will get source gems there too. And source gems are just tied into mostly everything, so you're going to get those kind of all over the place. So that's more or less what you're going to need to be paying attention to, is just having those source gems to then convert into the anvils. That's the most important thing. Aside from that, there's not really a ton of different ways or locations you're going to get them. You're going to get some of this stuff sometimes from things like codes, or from the mail drops from different modes that you participate in. You're going to get some of this stuff just in a bunch of different ways like that. But that's mostly just me trying to recommend you guys the free alternatives to getting this stuff. Also, in the shop, every now and again, you will see different versions. I believe I briefly touched on this, but you will every now and again see different versions of these deals. There is a chance, and I haven't seen it, but I've seen people talk about how they've seen 3 for 180. That is a good value. Buy those when you see those 3 for 180. But largely, again, it's going to come down to just saving your gems to turn into anvils if you're looking specifically for those. And I don't really have a specific location to farm gems because they're just handed out in like literally everything as you're playing the game. They're not very hard to get. So make sure you're checking your mail regularly. And another thing is, as you're playing the game, you're also going to unlock levels for Legacy. And Legacy is another place where you get these resources. As you see, there's Anvils here. Of course, this is the Battle Pass. Of course, there's a paid track if you wanted to do that, of course. But you're going to get these pretty regularly, pretty consistently. It's very easy to level up in this. There's 50 levels on the current one, I believe, and you will get them from there consistently. And you get the levels on that by completing the actual missions that are tied into it, the challenges here, or by completing your own daily mission objectives, because you will also get some of the level up material, I guess, as part of that. So that being said, let's move on from there. And for the source gems, they also run the combat cycle that you can take on for that as well. And that's another way you can get source gems pretty reliably, I'd say. So let's go over to the events, and I don't think it's live right now. Yeah, it's not the right one anyway, but this is a daily updating form of content that is offering different resources on a daily basis. There is a day where there is a source gem version of this that you want to make sure that you don't miss out on when that is available as well. All right, so I wanted to end this by doing a couple pulls on the bleed, because I have been waiting for that shop to see if I can maybe, I don't know if we're at a point where I can get everything I need, but we'll see if it's possible. How many am I at? 50? Ah, it's 50. Oh, I have just enough. Okay. All right, we're gonna do 50 to see if I can get a dupe for Constantine. That would be really, really nice. Be really nice. All right, let's see if we get lucky here. Okay. Hey! Oh, that's legit. That's legit. Right off the bat. Let's go. Oh, double mythic? I've never had that before. Oh, that's epic. That's epic, dude. What does the Gabriel Horn do? I can't even check it right there. I want to do one more. I don't think it's gonna happen, but I want to do one more. Let's do it. Let's see. Okay, that's a win for me. I'll take it. I'm building my bat family against most people's wishes. So the cool thing about that, the cool thing about that is that while other 40 unlocks the mythic pluses, which by the way, there needs to be a better indicator of a character being a mythic plus other than them needing more shards. Anyway, while they're kind of hard to unlock because they're only from the bleed, they're 40, but technically one pull gives you 40, right? The cool thing is that one dupe gives you a good amount. So I'll be able to get him pretty good here. Just one dupe.
I didn't even have to sell my soul this time.
So that's nothing crazy. I mean, really, you want to try to get characters to like what, blue 3, but I'm not gonna really worry about that too much. I think that's a solid win. Just a character I like. Not really all too interested in building the team right now. Don't even have some of the characters you'd need for it. But I was like, you know what? Let's wait for the Interstellar Visitor and let's do the video. And we got lucky. So hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you hit that thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you happen to be new for more content. Remember, 80% are missing out, so make sure that that's not you. Thank you so much. I'll see you all later.